Hi, I'm Dan Elliott, and this week we're going to focus on 5 rules that you need to follow when selecting your marketing partner. Those 5 rules are sometimes not so pretty, but they are absolutely essential in order for you to get the best work for yourself, the best working relationship, the best value for your dollar, and the best partner that understands how to avoid the pitfalls that sometimes marketing guys leave out in their education. I can tell you that we know those things, we've done those things, and we don't do them anymore because we've been doing this for about 35 years. Yeah, this gray stuff I got right here, that's called experience. So it's really exciting. It's going to be broken up into 5 sections, and we're going to take a quick look at it right after we get this show started. Okay, we're back. So let's talk about rule number 1. Rule number 1 is if the website for the developer sucks, then your website will suck too. And it's just a simple thing. It's kind of like going into a restaurant and having the chef not even eat there. You never would trust a skinny chef in a restaurant. First off, that means that they're not eating their own food. And that means the same rules apply when selecting a marketing partner. If they don't have their act together to promote their own business, the likelihood that they're going to do a good job for you is close to 0. Let's take a look at some of these nightmares so that you can avoid the problems that they might cause. When the website belongs to Yale, we expect something extraordinary. But this particular website leaves your senses visually assaulted, especially since you expect an art school to have a website that's a little more appealing to your visual senses. The rolling eyeballs on the Mona Lisa are a nice touch as well.
Bazinga!
This one is called the Illuminati Exposers. Well, the name sure does grab a lot of eyeballs, but the website will leave your senses screaming in physical pain. They may be thinking about waking people up to a slurry of controversies and conspiracies. But honestly, the designers should have woken themselves up completely before publishing such a freaking horrible website. This makes you ask the question, have they ever been to another website to see how it's really supposed to be done? Okay, this one can qualify as a minimal brutalist website if it had all the responsiveness and animation in place, but we have to say that the use of animation takes a long time for it to load, and just insane links, and makes you wonder if you're suddenly suffering from amnesia attacks after hitting the logos on the main page. This is a website that keeps its real purpose a total mystery. This one is called Arngren. Once your eyes settle and start finding the patterns in the chaos, you may unearth some precious gems, but the initial shock is just too much for many. The average user lasts about 2 seconds before leaving in horror. We think this website has great potential and the content is immediate need of some spring cleaning, maybe like, I don't know, spring 1999. All right. Designs 23. Now this is an example of the kind of person you need to avoid if you're looking to hire a web design or web developer partner. So how in the world can you design a website that is this ugly and call yourself a web designer? And how in the world can they sell themes and website designs to their clients? It's bad enough that this website is just plain ugly, but it's insanely, incomprehensibly filled with garbage. Here's another one. This is just amazingly, impossibly horrible. First off, it still got flashed on the page in 2020. I can't figure out what the problem is, but if it was just multicolored navigation, then this site not be that bad, but add in a header that's all over the place and you start to seeing the problem with the site. Now keep in mind that this site helps people keep harmony in their life through feng shui. Yeah, the owners feel cluttering the header conveys feng shui. Ooh. Ugh.
Serenity now!
Now, for this one, if ugly moving graphics and stroke-inducing background images are your kind of cup of tea, then you'll love this one. Where valuable information is dumped on you free of charge 24/7. Boy, I really want that. Based on the text on the website, they provide valuable information. But the part of the problem is the website itself, so I can't figure out what part of the information is the valuable part. Especially since they're promoting a food pod that is closed 3 years ago. That's really valuable. Yeah, it's been closed 3 years. Woo! This one is really hilarious. I couldn't help but laugh at it. They claim to create new web presences for their customers. But if you scroll down to the bottom of it, you'll see that this website was actually produced in 2004. So, I just couldn't help but laugh. Maybe they need a DeLorean that goes back in time to fix this nightmare of history. Well, here's another one that's really exciting. This one is a cute misspelling of the word domain. And so the domain group promotes themselves as a social media marketing expert, but you'll notice that they haven't updated anything since 2010. You'll also note that any of the other pages that are in the site are the same page. Oh, that means that they're linking to pages that don't exist. That's a nice move. I couldn't believe that was a good idea. Still isn't. Oh yeah, so here's another cute little play on words. You got net. Well, actually, you got nothing. Unless you want a website that looks like it was created on Windows 3.0 in 1992. Here's one more detail. They provide search engine optimization starting at $500 a month and going to $1,295 a month. So for $1,300, you get to work with somebody who is living in the past. I bet they probably have some, Wham records and some Kajagoogoo CDs that they could throw in as a special discount. So this one is an example of what's called mystery meat navigation. And so you throw a lot of word salad onto the screen and you expect the customer to understand what the heck it is that you're offering them. Well, here's the other thing that's really kind of terrible. As if anything else wasn't terrible, when you go to their navigation page and show their portfolio, it's like they're trying to hide the job. So they put a thumbnail that's the size of a gnat's butt onto the page so that you can see their sample works. It would seem that they're trying to hide from showing the designs by making them almost microscopic. All right, let's get out of here before you start throwing up like the rest of their customers probably have once they saw the work that was generated, quote, for their clients. I can't tell you the number of times that we've been hired by a client to take after another agency completely screwed up the client's project. We had one in particular where the individual had not updated the website for the client in over 9 years. 9 years. Think about that in terms of how long ago it was when you got your first iPhone, or how long ago it was when you switched over from Windows 95 to something better. Well, 9 years in technology is a very, very long period of time. And when we were working with a client, we could understand, but sometimes, again, we have to do the dirty work. We roll our sleeves up, we make the telephone call and say, listen, the client has decided to go in a different direction, one that doesn't suck, and one that is more impactful and requires a lot more attention from their agency than you were giving in the past 9 years. It's not easy work, it is required. So the easy way to do it is to pick an agency that has those skills. Again, rule number one, if the web developer's website sucks, then your website will suck too. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I hope you are mad at your old developer and want to just strangle him to death. But don't, please don't. It's not a good look.
I have had enough You!
Days of coronavirus and all the challenges that the nation faces, we need to stay together. And probably e-marketing and social media management is going to be one of those things that, fortunately, does not require us to make personal contact, but we can make personal digital contact and help you to grow your business in the times of strife and tragedy that we have now. Thanks again for watching. Pick up the phone. Let's get started.